So now that we've discussed the internals of computer memory and how things actually work and the difference between a memory address and what's actually stored in that address, now we have all the necessary tools to go to a topic called pointers. Okay, so let's draw a model of our computer memory again here. And let's put an arrow up here to show that this is only a small little snapshot, that we have way more computer memory than this. And then on the left side here, let's just start with 100. That's a good number. 100. And again, I apologize for my handwriting, but that is a 100. And I think I'm just making things worse, so I'll just leave that alone. That's 100, and then to 105. And then so over here, let's show a little code snippet of our program. We say we have the integer I, and then we say that I is equal to 5, and then our program grabs a memory address. Let's just say it happened to pick this spot. And then when we did our cout on the ampersand I, so we print the address, it'll print 103, or as we saw earlier, it's going to be a very, very large number, but let's for our example just say 103, and then if we print the value, we'll have 5. So there's actually, as I mentioned, you can only have one value within that memory location, but there's no reason why we can't have a bunch of variables pointing to that. And so that's what our pointer comes into. And so what we do to declare a pointer is we say our pointer is going to be an integer, and then we actually have the star symbol here, and then a typical name is P for giving examples. But just like any variable, as long as it follows the rules, letters, numbers, and underscores, and we can go into those rules more later, but there's no reason it couldn't be called my pointer or some other variable name besides that. And then so what we do is we say that P is going to equal, and let's see how well I can draw one of these guys. Nope, that didn't come out very well, but that's supposed to, if you hit the shift key and the number 7, the ampersand, that's what that is, and then I. And then so now what we do is we have originally I was pointing to that address, and then when we declared P here to point to the address I, we now have 2 references to that. And so there's 2 parts to pointers. There's setting the address, and then if we want to actually use the pointer, then we have to what's known as dereference it. So when we go to dereference it, and we'll see this in the program, you do a star and then a P. And then so what happens is that little star says, okay, go to the value within the memory location referenced by P. And the reason we don't have to do this with I is because it's just a regular plain old automatic variable. But because we've declared this special type of a pointer, what we have to do is to dereference it, we have to do star P, and then the compiler and the actual computer and the operating system do all their magic, and they say, okay, he did a star and a P. We're going to go all the way to that address, and we're going to grab that number 5. And so as we'll see later too, if we were to change this number 5, both of those are changed, and the reason is because they're both pointing to it. We haven't really changed I or P. We've changed what's in the memory address. So if your mailman takes a letter and puts a new letter in there, or I should say envelope, that didn't change your address. That just changed what's within your mailbox. So hopefully this makes sense, and then in the next video we'll do some coding and solidify this as a C++ skill that you're able to type and use in practice.